Hello, friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Coffee and Hymns. Normally, I start off with a song, but today I'm just going to do like three songs in a row because I'm going to do it from my keyboard, which is on the other side of my desk. So I'm going to do a little bit of a scene switch. So we're just talking at the beginning of this one. Hope you're doing well. You got about 2 weeks left before Holy Week ish. So I hope you're getting ready. I hope plans are going well. I hope you're not stressing too much. But that's actually the topic of today's coffee and hymns. I work at a local church. So I'm here in the choir room at my church, and no matter how excited I am about Holy Week or Christmas, those two times in particular, it certainly comes to the level of stress. And then the week of it's just a lot of hours, a lot of stress, high pressure situations. And so I wanted to talk a little bit and just explore, what I do to take care of myself and to encourage you to take care of yourself during, but particularly after the fact. Um, do we have a chance to take some time off? What do we do to take care of our souls, our bodies, things like that? There have been some really great workshops by various folks over the years on this. So I'm not trying to replicate any of that. I just wanted to kind of talk about it and make sure to remind you, if you've been to one of those workshops or you've given one of those workshops or whatever the case may be, don't forget that information. Take care of yourself, take care of your spirit. I'm still relatively young. I have two kids, 10 and 3, and so I'm constantly exhausted. But because I'm relatively young, my body seems to be able to handle it so far. So after Holy Week for me, or after Christmas, um, and I learned this the hard way. For years, I really hated Christmas. Don't tell anybody. Um, but the reason that I started to not hate Christmas, but kind of almost resent it was the commercialization of it combined with the spiritual exhaustion that I found myself in and around Christmas. Just made me it lost its magic, it lost its importance to me. Um, I loved Advent. I still do love Advent. It's my favorite season. But Christmas, I was kind of a bit of a curmudgeon when it came to that. Um, and I've come to realize a lot of that was due to just me not taking care of myself and making sure that I didn't overdo it during the Christmas season, but also that I allowed myself to have Christmas. So I started realizing my Christmas is the week after Christmas, right? Which is still the Christmas season. Tell everybody. Um, but I just had to accept the fact that Christmas Eve and Christmas or Day, depending on if we're doing services or not Christmas Day, but certainly Christmas Eve is not my Christmas. That's when I'm serving others, and so I have to make sure to have a Christmas another time. Same for Holy Week, right? Holy Week can be so special, so meaningful. It's hard for me personally to access Holy Week in a meaningful way that feeds my spirit. So the way that I've learned to cope with that is to make sure to plan it early enough to where I can sit with the scripture readings, right? And I can plan the services in a way that feels fulfilling to me. And I can continue to hear new things from God through the scriptures because I'm not rushing. That's one thing I've tried to do. Not always successful, but tried. The other thing I do, just in general, is I'm constantly playing music, thinking about music for the congregation, for my choir, for whoever, for other people. So sometimes the best thing I can do is just to sit down for 30 minutes, an hour, however long I have, 15 minutes, and just play a song I want to play, that I love, that feeds my spirit. And that can go such a long way to just helping me get through a difficult week or a chaotic week or whatever it is, stressful week. Um, when shit's hitting the fan, during Holy Week, and a million things are wrong, and you don't have enough time. If I've taken the time to play through some things I love a few weeks before, and I know that the week following I'm going to have some time just alone at the keyboard to play some music I really love, or just explore some things that I want to explore, not for any other reason. It really helps me get through it. So, if that's it for you, that's awesome. Maybe it's a massage. Maybe it's just getting away. For me, after Christmas, it's family time, like getting together with my brothers and just kind of blowing off steam and having a great time, doing basically nothing. Um, Lots of different ways that you can find um, to to take care of yourself after Holy Week or other busy times. So I'm going to play three songs for you, and I'm not playing them for any particular reason, other than I really love these songs. And they're three songs that I've been going to feed my spirit. The first one, and I'll share my screen just so you guys can see these sources. Um, the first one, let me pull up the where did it? Oh, here it is. Well, you don't want to look at the live stream, do you? Is God has made laughter. God has made laughter. It brings back a really beautiful memory for me. I was in high school and I got to hear John Bell speak, and it was one of the first times I'd heard a progressive theologian speak and sing, and that was a transformative week for me in my early calling. And he used a song called "God Has Made Laughter" by Kathy Wanson Eddy. This is her website. That's katherinewansoneddy.com, so you can find out more information about her here. But it's just a wonderful kind of quasi gospel song on refrain on the idea that when Sarah said God has made laughter for me because God's like, hey, you're gonna have a baby, and she's like, I'm really old, and it's just hilarious. It's a hilarious story, and so God made her laugh, and it's a song about that, and it connected with me deeply, always has. I hope always will. Um, I've been talking recently with some folks about the importance of the Westminster Catechism for my spiritual formation when I was growing up, and this idea that the chief end of man, or however the phrasing is to enjoy God forever, is a phrase in that answer. Enjoy God forever, and I thought, whoa, that's it. I need to be enjoying God. What a beautiful concept. So I love this song. So I'll play that one for you. And then this is a new one for me. I've been exploring this new collection called the Global Lutheran Songbook from the Lutheran World Federation. You can look it up online. They have an entire website for it. Just Google Lutheran World Federation Global Songbook or something like that. It'll pop up. And it's a collection of like a ton of songs. I think there's like 80 or something. Um, so tons of great stuff from all over the world. And I found this beautiful Cuban song. And the more I hear Cuban church music, um, the more I'm grateful for their witness. As an American, I've been relatively cut off from Cuban society and peoples, but recently I've had the pleasure to get to know a couple, and it has just been a blessing in my life. I've also been witness to them being, for instance, one of them was preaching at a small local church in Colombia. This Cuban guy was preaching in Colombia, and Colombia has a bit of a they push back hard on the idea of socialism and communism because they're surrounded by like Venezuela and some other places that it's just that's the political dynamic. Anyways, he was preaching and he got heckled by the people because of him being Cuban, and they were basically accusing him of being a communist mouthpiece, even though he was simply trying to preach the gospel. But because he came from a different kind of political structure and economic system, he was being persecuted in a church he was just volunteering for. Persecuted is a hard word, but or a strong word, but but still, it really struck me. I thought, well, who else do I do this? Who would I do this to, or why are we doing this to our fellow Christians? Um, so I love this little Cuban song I found. I'll play that one for you, and then I'll end with "God be the love to search and keep me, O Christ surround me," as written in back in 2004. It's only in a couple of hymnals, "Glory to God," and I think the Mennonite Voices United um, hymnal. But a beautiful, beautiful paraphrase of St. Patrick's breastplate. God be the love to search and keep me. God be the prayer to move my voice. And has this beautiful little refrain. I use it during the lighting of the Christ candle during Christmas Eve, but it's not specifically for that. It's just a generic prayer, the asking God to surround and keep us and uphold us. And I've really loved this setting, so I play it for my own spirit. So I'm going to do a little scene change here. So bear with me. I'll take a sip of my coffee. You can take this moment to sip. And then I'm going to switch over to my keyboard. So I've got to move my camera, so don't get dizzy as we move over there. All right. Bear with me here. I'm going to switch the microphone too.
Hopefully that works, and hopefully you can hear me. If not, then nothing I just said really matters. God has made laughter, laughter for me. God has made laughter, laughter for me. Oh, God has made laughter for me. Is anything impossible for God? God has made laughter, laughter for me. God has made laughter, laughter for me. Oh, God has made laughter for me. Is anything impossible for God? Everyone who hears will laugh with me. Everyone who hears will laugh with me. Oh, everyone will laugh with me. Is anything impossible for God? Everyone who hears will laugh with me. Everyone who hears will laugh with me. Oh, everyone will laugh with me. Is anything impossible for God? Is anything impossible for God? Amanda Powell led that song at a clergy retreat that I was helping with as like part of the band or whatever, and she used this song, and then did like a little just like blues chord or blues progression vamp in the middle, and just had people like laugh, like laugh therapy, and they're just kind of like creating laughs, and she did like a call and response laugh, and then people were just kind of, and it was a really magical moment where she was just getting everyone laughing together, and I'll always remember that one too. So that song has shown up at some really special moments in my life. Switching to guitar for this Cuban piece, Un Camino se abre. I'm going to do the English, just because that's what I've been practicing. Um, in the collection, it's in Spanish, obviously the original in English, but it also has a German translation. So here we go. just beautiful? What a great song. I'm not sure it's congregational. I'm not sure it's supposed to be. I mean, the refrain certainly could be "Glory be to God on high," that part, but just really beautiful. So I've been playing that one to just reflect. It's kind of a Christmas song, I think, if I had to venture to guess, but I think it works much more broadly than that. God be the love to search and keep me. O Christ, surround me. Richard Bruvert. I don't know how to say your middle name. Cooligan. Colligan? I don't know how to say any of his name other than Richard. I should probably ask him because I've met him before and I didn't ask him. Rude. Do better, Brian. All right, well, here we go. I love this song. So we'll end with this one. After I finish it, I'll say bye, and then I'll have to go around and click end broadcast, so you may have a little bit of dead time at the end, but just use that to reflect and pray. Have a great week, everybody. See you next month for